September. I participate during this month with us. I'm happy for meeting today. That's it.
Oh, it's great. Thank you, Márcio. And hello, persons from YouTube. We heard about the presentations. I already presented myself, Rodrigo too, and Márcio too. So now we are start to João. Could you present yourself, please?
Of course, and good morning again. My name is João. I am current on Caldas Novas in the state of Goiás, but I live on Uberlândia, Minas Gerais. And I am also a software developer like Rodrigo, and I'm happy to be here. I did some classes on TNT on February of this year, but I stopped it because I don't know, but I'm back and I plan to make more classes to improve my English.
That's great. Thank you, João. And guys, now we are start with the conversation, okay? So question number 1, how to overcome a failed debate? Is always be right with arguments a good thing? Rodrigo, you started.
Okay. I don't know how to overcome a failed debate because it's not good to fail, because you have a good argue. You need to have a success debate, okay, but maybe you need to try to understand the other point of view, and that's it. You need to understand what the other person, the other group want to pass and learn with it. Okay.
I get it.
Okay.
I get it, your point. But like, be right with arguments is a good thing for you. Like, you feel powerful when you're right with arguments.
I know. I don't know if I think it's not a good thing. You think you always be right. Sometimes we wrong, and you don't know in that time, but after you realize, okay, that you're wrong, or sometimes, and you make you will be regret. So regrets about that thing, because you have one point of view and then you change, okay, and you're so hard that you don't listen in the past, but now you understand. Okay,
I get it.
you
I get it, your point. Yeah, like it's hard to fail in a debate because you want to win. Like in your inside, when you want to start a debate, you want not to put the other person's opinion, your opinion in the other person's hand, but you want to be right. Sometimes I can't see it, but I agree with you. I think debate or opinions is individual, and when the person's when you have the pleasure to understand the other person's opinion, maybe your opinion change. But if it not change, like, it's okay too. Everyone had a different opinion about something, so I am totally with you, Rodrigo. And Márcio, about question number 1.
Okay. Depends our situation, the debate. To overcome the fail debate, you need to train, because you need prepared for participate some debate, a little possible the fall, but happy when fall, you need to understand the debate, another people, or several people can happen some fall, to study more for next debate, you to be more prepared. The prepare to study more, the prepared with better arguments and good things. You need, agora eu perdi, jogo de cintura for to go out the bad situation during the debate. So I think to prepare a lot, you can the better debate another people. That's it.
Yeah, it's really important what you said, because like it's the confidence, right? Sometimes when you see in a debate a lack of confidence of the persons, fail. Like it's not a wrong thing. You fail in a debate, of course not, as Marcy said. Like it's a learn. You need to learn with that. But sometimes I guess you prepared for the topic, but your confidence to talk, to argue, to gesticulate, your behavior past that, you know. So yeah, I'm asked to say everything. And João, how to overcome a failed debate for you?
Well, I remember to read somewhere that if you just agree with the other person, and the person will think you are smart. There is some psychology stuff behind, but I never forget that. So some discussions like politics and stuff like that, I prefer to just agree and let the person talk, because it can become very how they say that, aggressive. It depends on the other person, but mostly on familiarities, meetings. I guess everyone must have an experience with that, principally because of the Christmas, right? Family discussions about politics and stuff. And of course, if the person is more, has a lot of ignorance, it is hard to try to express your point of view. And so I prefer to just agree, like my father's lunatic politically. But after watching the video, I think we can learn something, like we can try to remember that we are not we're not fighting. We are talking about the same thing that has the same effect on everyone, like the future of our nation and things like that. So there comes the affiliation, right? We must think together to find a solution. But the identity, that is what make our singularity, right? If we had different thoughts, we will be the same. And that's the beauty of the human being. Everyone is different. So after watching the video, I think to overcome the failed debate would be to step back a little, breathe, and try to explain to the other side that we are not fighting. We are just thinking together to find a solution for the defined problem. And I think that would be a great start.
Yeah, it is. But like you said about politicals and this kind of thing related with family, I had the same problem. I guess every Brazilian family has this problem about talking about politics and the Christmas. And yeah, for me, it's a little bit tragic because here in my home, the persons don't debate, scream, and that's it. So I didn't want to stay together in this kind of debate of others. But as you, I'm a person who not feel in silence, but when I see it, the disgust of the person don't match a lot with my opinion. I feel a little bit okay. I will hear you, but I not argue with you because probably we want to fight. If I say no, I'm not agree. So I don't put my opinion in family reunions about politic, religion, this kind of thing. Don't know. I preserve my mind and my soul for that. I prefer. But guys, I skipped the question number 2 and go ahead to question number 3. What are your thoughts on the benefits of learning to debate? Márcio, it's your turn.
Okay. The debate is very important. One debate can for us several benefits. I can to see my wrong. I can to show another people your wrong. One debate can happen some moment. For example, in my house, I and my wife, some moments we have some debate about some situation in my house. The what food is prepared today, about my son, about my dog. This debate can happen some moment in our work, some decision about some situation can happen in debate. The benefits of learning to debate is we to be prepared for several situations. I can to talk about several subjects durante this debate or discussion happening this moment. I think so. That's it.
Yeah, it's hard when you have a family. You have a son, right? You say it.
Yes, my son.
Yeah, probably as a child or a teenager, you know. But
Yes, my son have 13 years. I
oh,
teenage.
oh gosh, yeah, this age is so it's not so long to teenagerhood and not so long to childhood. So I have a lot of problems in this age. Like yeah, like it's complicated because here in my home have some debates too. I have two dogs and one cat, and sometimes someone forgot to do something with a cat, and my mother said, "The cat, you forgot," and I feel like, oh, okay, yeah. And this kind of healthy debate, it's good. But I always remember to go to my friend's house, and her father started to screaming because like you put a glass in other local. It's simple to do. You put the glass in other local, and the father started screaming, and the girl started to cry because it's not a good debate. It's not a good argument. So yeah, it's hard when this kind of thing happens face to face. I feel really like I don't know. I guess scared in the first moment and start to run out of the situation. It was a crazy situation. And João, what are your thoughts on the benefits of learning to debate?
Well, I think that it helps in many ways. Like on family discussions, you can prevent a disaster like screaming and maybe worse by just trying to calm down people and teaching that you do not need to do this. You can always stop. And on work, like Marshall said, you can have more chances to want your ideas to be upfront. Like you have some idea to improve the code, so you can make your points, say how that would benefit the company and things like that, and make it go ahead. So yeah, it can help you many ways during your life. Like you can negotiate some things better, like you are build and buying some house, some ground, and it can help you lower the value, things like that. I think it would benefit.
Get it. And when you're talking about the work, it's a big benefit. And when you have a healthy debate with your employers or employees, so it's a good thing. And I see it here in Brazil, have a lot of histories about bad decisions and bad discussions on work. So at work. So yeah, it's complicated. Rodrigo, it's your turn.
Okay. I think learn debate is good for communication. You can improve. And I think it's important to kids to show his point of view. Okay. I think it's important at school or in a meeting at work. It's a good when you learn the debates. It's good to use in these places. Okay, because I think in some jobs you need to debate more than do the work, the job, the really job. You spend a lot of time to thinking and conversation with co-workers to find a best way to do something. Okay, and I think today we need to debate a lot of time at work sometimes. For example, okay.
Yeah. Are you software developer, right?
Yes, right. I'm software developer.
Probably don't have a lot of talk and only a screen tasks to do during the
Yes,
day.
yes, but before start to my task, we need to make a meeting,
Mhm.
okay, and decide what we need to do. So there we have a lot of debates and arguments. It sometimes one person in the group wants something is better than other, and we have a debate and decide what way we will uh, we will we will take. Okay.
Get
Yeah,
it.
people
Good.
always think that developers just keep coding all the time,
Yeah.
writing, but
Yeah.
most of the time it's just thinking and
Think.
debating, like Rodrigo said, and on software, something has to be done, but it can be done in numerous ways, and
Yeah.
that is where comes the debate. So different developers has different points of views and different um, thoughts on the solution,
Mhm.
and the debate can really help in that situation, like Diego said.
But
Yeah.
you both think this debate is useful all the time when happens, or sometimes could be a email, for example. Some meetings could be email, and the task will be doing at the same time.
Yeah. If you have a doubt in the middle of the project, I email it's good way, but in the first and the kickoff of the project, we need to have a meeting and discussion what you need to do, because if you realize in the middle of the project that the it doesn't work as the customer wants,
Mhm.
it's it's very bad because
Yeah.
you don't prepare before. Okay.
Not stay
Mm,
together, right? In the same mind. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, yeah,
like Rodrigo said, it needs to debate in the planning of the project, but in terms while it's developing, a lot of meetings could be really an email.
yeah, yeah, of course.
every work best with that. Some reunions could be an email. But Matthew, are you a software developer? I think no, right? You work with business. I always forgot.
No. I work with industrial
Hmm.
the product.
Oh, get it. And in your work, you think it's beneficial to have this debate, this communication, meetings is important.
Yes, the beneficial for debate is very important because we need to practice our conversation, our communication man, we need to practice communication, public communication. I want to improve my communication with public, because I intend to work with the internet in the future. I have one project for next year. I need to practice more my conversation in public. For I practice more. I learn nowadays a little. The debate is beneficial for the practice, the communication, and the house, and the work, and the public. Several situations you need to prepare for debate. Any person, any people during the happening. I think so. That's it.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yes, all the fields we need to have debates, and we need to know how to do that. And I guess it's hard because we need to follow that in other platforms. In my humble opinion, I guess we need to teach that in the school. Like we need to teach business. We need to teach how to get your money, how to deal with that, because you don't know about the future, and sometimes it's a necessity to know how to speaking and stay in a good behavior around other persons to pass it something you want to pass it. So it's hard. I see it a lot of courses on internet, and a lot of not so good courses, and so pricey. So it's hard. It's something we need. We need to start, to finish a high school to know that. We need that, but we don't have. And the next question is related about it. Question number 8. Do children in your country learn how to debate in school? Do you see this is a good thing? Why and why not? João.
What's the question again?
Question number 8. Do children in your country learn how to debate in school? Do you see this is a good thing?
Sorry, there are some noises here. It's telling a new door here. But as for my experience, I did learn little about debate in school, but there was some concave where we had some classes about it, and I think it is awesome. It should be necessary and on every schools, like it already is on the most sophisticated school, right? But with debates, you can train your oratory, and you can enhance your public speaking. Some schools that say they former leaders, right? And they do teach a lot about debate, and it is very important to all of things we are talking here today. And if we had debate taught on the schools, every school, we may did not have the problem with family, that's disastrous family discussions, and this actual problem on politics and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. And I add something. I guess when you teach your children how to debate in a school or however, you learn emotional control too, like how to be emotional in control of your emotions, I guess. Because sometimes I always see a person when starts working feel angry because your opinion didn't change and the other person on the other side starts to screaming and start to violence speaking. So yeah, probably if we are this learn on the some age when I was a kid, or we are a kid, we were a kid, probably change it a little bit. Of course, it's not a medical thing, but I guess learn that is important, as important as learn a financial control, in my opinion. I hope in some years Brazil had that. I hope.
Yeah,
And
financial we should are not taught in school, so that's the reason of a lot of debts on in numerous families in Brazil.
yeah, and yeah, like I guess a problem here in Brazil with teenagers and younger persons is credit card, because you use, and in the end you see the numbers. So it is important to have this financial, uh, guess financial speech. Yeah, guess that. And Marcio, what do you think about the question number 8?
I think in our country, the children learn a little about debate at school because the education system in our country is allow. In my case, when I was a student, teenager, I learned a little about the debate. Nowadays, I need to learn between the internet, or I need to do a course, particular course, to improve my public conversation, to improve my debate. I see this a good thing. See the school to improve your debate between the children, because the children in your mind to improve this bad situation, or happy situation can happen in some debate. In my son, I seek conversation with you about several subjects. I like to debate with my son do some subjects because he is teenage. He need the conversation with me. Your father. I seek agora eu perdi, acompanhar. Every time, because the phase teenage is complicated moment in your life. I think the school need to improve debate with the children for think the adult life. That's it.
Yeah, it's really important. And you said something really interesting, like we have the behavior to put everything in a school, and I guess we need to school to teach, of course, but we need to do that at home too, like you do, Matthew, with your son. I guess it's important because if don't have on school at school, we need to have at home, you know. And I hope in some years we had the subject at schools, but we need to put more emphasis. You emphasize that at home with children. I always remember when I was a child, my mother always said to me, like, of course I didn't have that on at school, but at home my mom always said, like, you need to debate, you need to learn, you need to study, you need to read, because when you read, when you do this kind of thing, you have words enough to stay in a debate. And I never forgot it, because I remember in my teenagerhood, I be able to read a lot, but in my childhood, I didn't able to read a lot. I'm learned how to read when I had 3 years, 3 or 4 years. I don't remember. And in my childhood, I don't have difficult to learn, never. And my mother always said to me, like, continue, because now you are children, so continue to read, continue to study, because when you stay in adult life, in adulthood, is a good thing during your life, so didn't stop. And I guess it is a good thing to do that with children, as Master do with the son. Always stay follow the children and do that, study, try to do it, not put your opinions in your son mind, of course, but I guess it's important to have this kind of speech with your children. For me, works, of course. Have different minds, different families, but was a good thing. And Rodrigo, what's your opinion?
In my time, I don't remember to have debate in the school, but I think nowadays it's important have this kind of things, because teenagers sometimes is extremely shy and sometimes don't speak a lot. Maybe because they pass a lot of time, a lot of hours online, and I don't know if they don't have sufficient arguments, or I don't know if they are shy. But I think it's a good way to improve the communication. Okay.
I get it, 100% with you. And I don't remember to had a debate on the school too. I remember to had a person who do like a TED Talks, at schools. A person with specialized with something start a debate at schools. I remember that, but yeah, I'm 100 with you, Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Thank you. And hello, Ricardo, Murilo, and Sandro. How was the conversation, Sandro?
Now my mic is on.
Now it works.
Now it works. Yes, it was a very nice conversation. Murilo, me and Ricardo, I think we changed a lot of ideas. We agree with almost everything, because we consented to listen and to be open-minded is very important in a debate, because we can learn with each other, as we did in the conversation. And I think that's all. I think that it was very nice.
It's really important. And Sandra, I had a question for you. Okay.
Sure.
Question number 10. Do you consider yourself to be a persuasive communicator?
A persuasive communicator? Yes, I think I am, because I usually have prepare myself with good arguments to sell some ideas, to present some my point of view. I try to organize my ideas, then I can present. So I think it's a good way to be a good influencer.
Yeah, I'm agree with you. You guys, be prepared is something we need to be to start a debate. Learn before talk is really, really important. Thank you, Sandro, for your opinion. And Murilo, how was the conversation for you?
Yeah, it was great, because people put different points of view. Yeah, the talk and talk can be considered a debate. Yeah, because I improve myself, my English skills. it's amazing, and yeah, in resume, that's it.
Great. And Murilo, for you too, I had a question, but it's a different question. Question number 9. Are you comfortable with openly expressing your opinions at work? Are you comfortable with that?
Yes, and when I have meeting my work, I try explain my points of view at the time when I guess that's important. Yeah, and I have an important idea in my mind for improving improving process at work. Yeah, I try and put my points of view. That's it.
Really important to hear that. And
Yeah.
thank you, Murilo. Yeah, really important to put your opinion.
Not only in working, in some
everything.
Okay.
Everything. And I compliment. It's important to express your opinion, and it's important to how to know to say no, how to learn to say no. So these two kind of things is really, really important when you talk at a work or at somewhere you want to debate. Thank you, Murilo. And guys, I sent on the chat the link for my feedback. Please, if you want to say something, this is the last meeting of the week. I returned in January 33. I don't remember the date. And this time I like to say it Christmas, past the Christmas, but I hope everyone had a really great Christmas, and I hope had a awesome New Year. And yeah, I guess we have a little time to questionate Ricardo. How was the conversation? I know it was very good, but I know.
Yeah. What was really nice. I was telling for my colleagues, and I think I like to answer the question about the children, and I watching a video, and I think he's an actor, I don't remember. And his kids are studying in the United States, and in some countries, in the United States and in other countries, there are public speech classes and the theater too. And this kind of classes is good to improve our abilities. Né? So in this case, it's a good way to prepare our kids to the future, né? Because probably IT, intelligence, artificial, and the robots, these things is do all jobs in the future, and there are another perspectives, but it's necessary to use abilities like public speech and another. That's it.
It's important to have that. Your example about United States, I remember to see it. I guess I don't remember the channel. I guess it's TLC. Have a competitions on high school about debate. Was so incredible to see how
It's traditional. It's traditional in the United
Yes.
States. Né?
and how deep the debate can be. So yeah, it is a really awesome thing. I
Yeah.
always feel really impressionated to see kids debate. I think so fluffy to see. And guys, the conversation is almost over. I want to say thank you for this time. Thank you, Márcio. Thank you, Rodrigo, João, Ricardo, Murilo, and Sandro to take this time to stay here. And I hope to see you all in the next week, next year too. Thank you. Okay.
Happy New Year.